Hello again, and this is iFOS 1982 here, and today I'll be showing you, ta-da, a big wooden box. No, not just any wooden box, but actually this is version 3 of my forge. The forge is an industrial smelting facility that is capable of smelting large quantities of items in a matter of seconds. Version 1 and 2 are available for viewing in the links in the description in case you have not seen those versions before. In this version I have made several improvements. It is a little bit bigger, but it's also very, very fast. As you're going to see, I'm going to stick in a stack, and then I am going to go back down, and I'm going to wait it out. It should be no more than about 20 to 30 seconds, and the entire stack, oh, there it comes. I got 2 so far. I'm waiting for the others to come down. It's a little bit of yeah, there it goes. And the numbers are counting up so quick I'm not even going to bother naming them. We're up to 58, and the last batch should be coming out. Yep, 64. There we go. So as you can see, 64 items have been smelted in about roughly 30 seconds. I didn't really time it, but so yeah, let's get out of this big wooden box, and I will show you the heart and soul of it. Come around here, and this is what the machine looks like. Pretty simple design. It's kind of hard to see inside the box, so I have a out of the box version. Here we are. It is a repeating mirrored pattern, basically. It's a lot of hoppers. You got furnaces over here and some redstone magic. You know, me and my redstone voodoo. Alright, so let's get down to it. Changes from version 2. Version 2, I decided to invert the fuel distribution. So now the fuel no longer comes from the inside out, it goes from the outside inward. This makes accessing the furnaces a little difficult, but you shouldn't need to as long as you do everything right. If you stick something in there you're not supposed to, you're going to have to break everything just to figure out where you went wrong and remove the problem. So that's a word of warning right there. Alright, so another improvement is 2.0 and 1.0 could only have 13 furnaces in a line. So version 3 does the full 15. That is the maximum amount of redstone power you can get is 15. And it's a major improvement, but this means that you get 15 on one side, 15 on the other. That is 30 furnaces per core, and yes, it is dual core. So that is a total of 60 furnaces working in parallel. It's kind of like a graphics card when you think about it. All those CUDA cores working for you. So yeah, basically you stick your items in here, your fuel source in there, and you collect your stuff out through here. The collection system is a little advanced. I'll show you later on when we build it. So an explanation of how it works. The principality behind it is the fact that hoppers, when they receive a redstone signal, as this torch is hard powering this block next to this hopper, it will be getting power. When a hopper receives power, it is effectively disabled. It no longer draws items, it no longer outputs items. So as you can see here, this horizontally facing spout has nowhere to go, and this disabled hopper no longer draws upon the item, and it will no longer emit items. When we turn off the power for a moment, you'll see the hopper works as normal as possible, and we had some items going to this chest here, but there is also another problem. An item gets stuck in the hopper. We'll get into that detail later. So the basic principality is that all these top hoppers work in a chain going horizontally, and the bottom hoppers are powered to be disabled, and they will eventually go into a furnace. In this model I have it into a chest. So let me collect my items back. Another side note is that the fuel requirements for this model has more than doubled than the last version. Fortunately, this time around, instead of coal, I am using blaze rods. Blaze rods are relatively easy to come by if you have a double blaze spawner in the nether, and you can build a grinding machine. So we come over here and get right to it. Alright, getting down to building it. This checkerboard platform here represents one chunk. It is 16 by 16 on the chunk boundaries, plus an additional 2 meters overhang. It is 8 blocks high, as measured by here, and I will show you the parts list. So, what we're going to need is, let's see, 64, 72, 92 pieces of blocks. I recommend splitting the colors so you can identify the circuits better. 60 furnaces. You're going to need 2 slabs. It could be any. I'm using quartz. You're going to need 2 trapped chests. I renamed these on the anvil. And 4 regular chests. I named those on the anvil as well. You're going to need 400 hoppers. Yikes. That's really intensive on the iron. It's worth it though if you want one of these. You're going to need 4 redstone comparators, 10 redstone repeaters, 6 redstone torches, and what is that, 64, 72 pieces of redstone dust. You're also going to need an unspecified amount of fuel. If you're not fortunate enough to have a blaze grinder, you can use sticks. Sticks are relatively easy to come by. You chop down a tree, turn it into planks, you turn it into sticks. There you go. You end up with a lot more sticks. The downside is sticks burn rather quickly, so it's not as efficient as a blaze rod. Optionally, you're going to want 3 signs in order to mark off the chests if you don't rename them on an anvil. And let's get down to building it. You'll notice on the ground I have these tiles here. These are my reference points. So for my points of reference, I am going to first get out my chest, and I'm going to put it here, like that. This is exactly 8 spaces inward from the chunk, and this is another 8 spaces out this way. I am only going to build half of this model because the other half is just a repeating pattern and mirrored. So coming off this chest off to the side, I'm shift clicking, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Coming around to the back side, 1, 2, going into this one, 3, and then 4. So now what we have here is one line will be feeding into the back of the chest, another line will be feeding to the side of the chest, and then when you mirror it off, this chest is going to have 4 inputs. So each line is going to be independently feeding items into the chest, which is one of the secrets of this machine being really fast. The other one is being the parallel processing and dual core technology. Yay! So once you have this, you're going to carry all these hoppers all the way out till you get one past the junk, like that. And my allergies are bothering me, excuse me. And then you're going to repeat that on this side over here. Whoops. And then once that's in place, you get out your furnaces, shift clicking all the way down the line. I'm just holding shift, a strafe, and right click or place block. And then once we get to here, that's fine, stop. Repeat that on the same side, on the other side. So shift, click, move, sideways. And there you have it. Once that happens, you're going to shift and put in your hopper going into the furnace. Allergies again. Happy May, by the way. Alright, so shift, clicking, whoops. Shift clicking all the way down the line. Same thing over here. Shift, click, whoops, wrong direction. And there we go. Now we're going to come around, minus the lag spike. Alright, minus the lag, there we go. Now we're going to come out to this outer hopper here. The outermost hopper, and then we're going to put a vertical hopper going straight down. And then we're going to branch off of that in a circular motion. Going to come one out. See, that's where the second piece comes from. And then you're going to come around like that. Oops. And one out, there, and then a normal chest here. Whoops. Alright, and there you have it. That is your fuel system. What you're going to do now is you're going to stop building and you're going to start fueling. It is very vital you do it at this stage because it'll save you time and effort later on. So for the fuel, I have this rapid clock going into a command block to give me a whole bunch of blaze rods. And when I turn off the clock, they'll trigger this command block to clear my inventory for me. So let me clear my inventory first, and then I'm going to turn on the clock. And you'll notice my inventory is now filling up with blaze rods automatically. That's fine, that's what I wanted. So when you begin filling or fueling, you want to come around to the furnaces first. You're going to start with the vertical hopper. This is going to be your point of reference from here on in. So you're going to come in, you're going to click all these furnaces, you're going to fill them up. And once that's done, you're going to come back to the outside. Remember that point of reference. And then you're going to fill in these bottom hoppers here, going in this direction. Alright, so then come around to the other side, start filling. And then when you're done that, you come back around again and start filling the top hoppers. Be sure to fill these 4 in the back. fill these hoppers here. And your chest. And you're done. We're going to continue on building. We're going to come up here too high. Whoops. Off these furnaces too high. Like that. Now we're going to start with the orange circuit. The purpose of the orange circuit is to distribute the items as evenly as possible amongst all the furnaces. It is the secret to the parallel processing. We're going to need our comparators. We're going to need redstone dust, torches, blocks, and your half stones, or your slabs. So what you're going to do is first you're going to come off here. You're going to stick your slab here, like that. You're going to put in a junk block here, another junk block here. You're going to come around and stick in a hopper going into this block. And then you're going to destroy it. Put in your comparator and continue around the line. When you get to the last one, you're just going into the one before it, and then you're coming back around. And that's that. So to complete the orange circuit, we're going to be placing our blocks directly on top of these hoppers. Now remember when I said that powering a hopper effectively disables it? It's okay to power this line here because normally it is disabled, or normally off, so the hoppers are enabled. So it's perfectly fine to have it here like this. Whoops. Okay, like that. So you get out your dust, create your rails. And there you go. Now, coming off of this block here, you're going to make a pattern. You're going to make it in a cross shape, like that. And then you're going to come out here like that, and come out here like this. No, wait, I'm sorry. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay, coming out, we're going to put in a dust here. No, wait. No, it's not a dust. Sorry. This is a dust right here. This is a torch right there, which is hard powering the block and the line. Dust there, and dust here, going into this block here with a torch on the side. That gets powered. And there you go. That is the secret to the 15 block design. Is each one of these lines is hard powered by a torch or a block with a hard power signal. So now when an item goes around the loop and gets to the end, triggers this comparator, hard powers this block, which goes into this redstone dust, which receives it, and salt powers this block, which deactivates this torch, and then deactivates this line here on this side. Additionally, The hard power from this block here is picked up by the redstone down here, which soft powers this block, which deactivates this torch, which then stops hard powering this block, which deactivates this line. So that's how both sides get their power, and that's how both sides activate and deactivate. Next up, we're going to do the yellow circuit, which is the fail-safe. Without the yellow circuit, items will actually get stuck in the hoppers and not come out. You'll end up with no items, or fewer items than you previously had. We're going to start off by laying down a repeater going into that block. It's set at full delay. And then you're going to take your yellow blocks, and then you're going to build a staircase going up 4 like that. And then you're going to stop right there for a second. You're going to then get out your hoppers. You're going to come up. What is it? 1, 2? Yeah, it's 1, 2. Which direction? Out this way. And then you're going to get your trapped chest. And stick it up there, just like that. Continuing the yellow circuit, we're going to branch off of here with a comparator. Whoops. It is going to hard power this block here, which has a torch on the back, and that's going to come off this way. Like that. Now you're going to take 4 repeaters. All of them are on full delay. And it's very important that all 5 of these repeaters in the circuit are on full delay. Otherwise, you're going to have timing issues. And there you go. That is the failsafe circuit. Failsafe circuit activates by no items in the chest. When all the items are drawn out through the hopper system, the comparator turns off, which turns on this torch, which then goes down this delay chain here, which then hard powers this block, which basically does the same thing as the comparator and deactivates these lines. So in a sense, when there are no more items left in this chest, this line here is forced to deactivate, and all the items will immediately drop into their respective hoppers. Well, not immediately, it's delayed. And it has to have that delay because of this hopper chain here adds 1 tick per hopper, and I want to make sure that the items go down the line as far as possible. So once you have completed the yellow circuit, you are officially halfway done. All it's left to do is to take everything you just did before and mirror it on this side. Me, being a lazy bastard that I am actually going to use World Edit instead. Get out my little trusty rusty wand. I'm going to mark this part and get out a temporary block. Come up off this, and then bam. That's weird. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to stand on my reference points. And I'm going to copy. And I'm going to face in this direction so that when I flip it, it will flip in the right direction. And I'm going to come over to this reference point, and I'm going to paste, and ta-da, World Edit. God bless the man who invented that. And there we go. There's the full Forge 3.0. give it a little test, I'm going to stick in some smeltables. I'm going to use iron, gold. I'm going to make glass out of sand. Let's cook some stuff, the steak, some fish, chicken, pork chops, and what else can we make? Oh yeah, wood makes charcoal. So that's about 8 items. What else smelts? That should do it. Alright, in the trap chest we put our items. You'll notice that the trap chest puts off a redstone signal, which deactivates the hoppers below it. This allows you to put in items, take items out, and you don't have to worry about the items dropping into the machine until you close the chest. Once the chest is closed, let's do a quick spin around. The item should be distribution around the chain. Yep, there it goes. Not every furnace will be lit. There is a problem with the distribution system, tick timing and whatnot. But hey, as long as most of them are working, it's fine. So we're doing a quick fly around. I'm going to be checking my height. It is 8 blocks high. This is where my eye level is. And that is the highest point on this machine. So it is 8 blocks high. I'm going to come back around and I'm going to check its progress, and the charcoal, the pork chop's done, the chicken's on its way, the glass is coming down, chicken's done, glass is still coming down, iron got started, here comes the iron. This thing is just blazing fast, I tell you what. Major improvement over my original and secondary designs. Yeah, the iron's coming down, the steak just got started. Iron's done, the steak's finishing, and the gold got started. Steak's about finished, the gold's coming down, and what else was there? There should be fish. Where's my fish? Oh, there it is. Cooked fish. Gold's done, fish is coming down. And there you have it, folks. 8 stacks of items done in about a minute and a half. I don't think I can get any faster than this. Well, maybe. It's going to be tricky though. Oh well, if version 4 comes around, I'll link to it. If not, it's fine. But this thing is just blazing fast. As for your enclosure, you can do whatever you want. I just stick mine in a giant wooden box. Like that. Also, here's an idea. You can stick it in the ground if you're into that type of thing, so that way you can enter from the top down. When you come back from mining, you just drop your stuff there, drop your fuel in, and then collect your stuff from the bottom. If you build it on the ground. I like the above ground look. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.